following program is a production of Ho'ike Kauaʻi Community Media.
Aloha, I'm Council Vice Chair Kipukai Kualiʻi, and with me is...
Aloha, I'm Councilmember Bulosan.
And we're here to give a quick update of our council meeting today, Wednesday, August 28th. And we started the day with a couple of certificates that was sponsored by Councilmember Bulosan. So I'll let him tell you about it.
The first was with Kauaʻi Concert Association. They're celebrating 50 years of providing classical and jazz music to our community and programs for our children. It was super important to recognize all the work that the volunteer nonprofit has done for our island. We shared inspirational stories of how music has impacted our lives and their upcoming event on September 7th. Please check them out at kauaʻi-concert.org.
Yeah, September 7th, so it's right around the corner. Please go support them. What an important organization that's been in our community for 50 years, quite a long time now. I had made in my comments, I had said that music and the arts plays such a important and special role in all our lives. And so we so appreciate them for what they do and what they continue to do, because a lot of our kids and even some of our people don't necessarily have the means to go traveling afar to see such performances, classical, jazz, all the different types. Of course, we have our local talents, but the other stuff as well. Very important. And you had another one?
And the second certificate was for the Hanalei Elementary PTA. They're having their second annual golf tournament on September 1st, which is this Sunday. They're fundraising for their organization and the work that they do for our students at Hanalei Elementary. Just as what we were talking about with Kauaʻi Concert Association, they provide help to the students and help finding and funding teachers for important programs for our students, such as the arts, as music and PE. And so we want to make sure that we recognize all the efforts that volunteer organization, that nonprofit also does for our community, and their upcoming event this Sunday.
Yeah, their second annual Hanalei Elementary School golf tournament. They did share too that in their first annual last year, they raised $70,000, so quite a lot. They have a generous community there that shows up for them. HanaleSchoolGolf.com is where you can go to sign up and support them. Also, the couple of members there was presenting from the PTA, and they had recognized that Yvette's also part of Councilmember Bulosan's dedicated staff person. Yvette is also on the board with them. They also mentioned they're having a ball drop at 3:30 on that day, and that they recognize Jack Harder for donating the helicopter. So I must mention that as well. So in our business of the day, we started the day with a communication on Bill 2931. And Bill 2931 is kind of housekeeping, if you ask me. It's regarding the 50% surcharge on fines that the state does, which is the full surcharge is $200. So half of that would come to the county. So that's $100 with each. And they needed to put some processes in place so that they're able to draw down on those funds to spend on our support to the highways and stuff. So that will be a bill coming up that we do work on. Kauaʻi.gov, the exceptional trees. That was the other bill, right? 2932. So the board of Sun Village here in Lihue went through the process and applied to nominate it an exceptional tree. So they have one large monkey pod tree on their property, and I think it's in the turnaround area at the front entrance of their property. And so they went through the process, and I guess this is the final part of their process where the county committee evaluated and now is making the recommendation to us for that approval. And that approval is a bill that is coming up for its first reading today. So we kind of had some interesting long discussions basically on trees in general. And one of the council members talked about tree supporting people. And I think both Councilmember Bulosan and I are proud to be tree supporting people.
Yeah, we definitely want to thank Sun Village and the organization that was done to recognize this tree and the impact that it probably has on many families and friends that live in that area. I think it's an important process for our community to share these experiences and make sure that we recognize what a tree can make an impact on our families and friends. And so by doing this, it allows us to continue that recognition and protect it into the future.
And you can go, anyone in the public can do this application for a tree, exceptional tree. And they just should go to kauaʻi.gov. The list currently includes 23 trees across the island, exceptional trees. And so this one would be the 24th. So thanks to Paul Palmer from the Sun Village Association, who was the person who stepped forward on behalf of their board to do this. We did have a kind of a housekeeping bill to do disposal of various records. And what had come before us, and Ernie Barreto is his name? I think so, from the county came forward to our procurement person to explain that it's a pretty vigorous process that we go through before that. But Council Chair did ask for one item to be pulled out, and that was the ag dedication files from 1971 to 2016 and 2007 to 2016. So we did pull that out before approving that. $300,000 for planning. Our planning folks was before us. There was some discussion on that too, because basically our deputy planning director was trying to get a grant proposal in, and she did submit the proposal prior to the approval from the council to move forward, and it was just a timing thing. They have the Lihue Civic Center plan just about completed, and it talks also about workforce housing and how we can do transient-oriented development and workforce housing in the greater Lihue area. And I know Councilmember Bulosan, you participated in some of that discussion so far, but basically this was just to apply for, receive, and expend a transit-oriented development capital improvement project grant. And it's just an initial grant that will do planning, and obviously the community will have plenty of opportunity to participate in the planning process, but it was for $300,000.
Yes, it's a crucial aspect of development and making sure that we engage our community and create an access point for the community to provide feedback and input. Planning requires the community to be engaged. And so as our planning department apply for this grant and hopefully once received, that process will begin. And we want to make sure that all of our community has an opportunity to give feedback and give thoughts. That way we can create the best scenario and situation for our housing community in the Lihue Town Core.
We did have a few easements and dedications and quitclaim deeds, and one of them involved some of the lands around the Puhi area across KCC, just some of the lands adjacent to the highway that the state will use to, what it sounds like, to widen the highway. There was a couple of items regarding, was it Kahana Road? And the chair basically wanted the administration to come before us and do a in-depth presentation on a briefing before our planning committee. And planning had told us too that these two items weren't time sensitive. So we just basically deferred them until we have those in-depth briefings. I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, but it was a good meeting. We got a lot done in a short time. So.
Yes, and if you guys want to engage, make sure you go to kauaʻi.gov for testimony or watch the whole thing right on Ho'ike. Thank you, Ho'ike, for making this possible, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, thank you, Ho'ike. Mahalo to Max and Olivia, who's just joined us.
Ho'ike Kauaʻi Community Media's president and CEO is Allegra Gaines. Administrative assistant, Leiko Someda. Production and education services by Roger Olson. Production and IT services by Max Richardson. News and events producer, Trisha Allen. County producer and social media manager, Olivia Franco. Ho'ike's board of directors include Chair Adam Reversi, Vice Chair Lexi Jones, Secretary Nathaniel Evslin, and Treasurer Jackie Kina. Additional directors include Leah Awohi, Lori Barrett, Rod Green, Teak Rubiano, and Taylor Young.